Hello and welcome. This is Alex from One Day. Let me show you how to get started. The first step is to add rooms. After logging in, click on the Add Room button. Let's say this property is in the desert, so we'll call this room Oasis 1. Then I'll indicate a room type, which is useful for setting rates later on. I'll call the type Oasis Rooms, then click Add. From here, I'll add a few more. You can add as many rooms as you need. Once done, you click on Close, and you can see the rooms in the calendar. Next, let's add a booking. Let's say we have a guest staying with us for 7 days. I click the day of check-in and drag across the desired 7 days. Here, I fill out the guest and booking information. This guest is arriving at 2 and departing at 10 a.m. on the last day. Each of the room types that I added earlier will have generated 2 rate plans by default. So for now, I'll select Refundable. In the Source dropdown, I indicate where the booking came from. In this example, our guest came from Alliance Tours. The charges are at 0 for now because we haven't added any rates yet, but don't worry, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Here, I add the guest name. Our esteemed guest for this visit is Luke Skywalker. I simply click on Save, and there we go. We have our first booking. Cool, right? Here, you can see all of the booking information. To change any of these fields, simply click on the info you want to change, and you'll be able to edit as you please. For example, I can move guests to different rooms if necessary. There are other sections here too, such as guest info, additional information, etc., that you can expand or collapse when you need that information. To go back to the calendar, just click outside of the form. The color of the booking indicates the status of the guest. In this case, Luke Skywalker is going to check in today. You can change the type of information displayed here by going to your options and changing your filter. Now the color indicates whether the booking is direct or has come through a different channel such as a travel agency. Another great feature is calendar view customization. I can lengthen the view to 30 days if I want to, or I can work with a shorter window of time if that's more comfortable for me. Lastly, if I want to move this booking, I can do so by simply dragging the booking from the left side, addressing the dialog box, and pressing Save. Next, let's add rates so we can get paid. I start by clicking Rates from the menu at the top. From here, I can see all the room types as well as the rate plans. Let's say I want to add a rate for today up to next week as a refundable rate. I click and drag to select the date range. I can make finer adjustments using this dialog box. And as for the actual rate, let's add $100 to our field for this example. Once we're done there, we can see that the color represents the occupancy level of that day. As you may remember, Luke Skywalker is checking in within this range, so this period of time will show us that there is some occupancy. Next, let's add another booking. Let's click the Home button to go back. Luke's sister will be checking in with us too. We'll drag the calendar like we did before, but she's staying longer than Luke. Here, we set our rate plan as refundable. She also booked through Alliance Tours, so we indicate that. And we add her information to the booking. You can also see that there are charges as indicated in this area of our dialog box. Let's save our changes, and when we scroll down, we see that the charges are reflected appropriately. If I click on those charges, I can see more details. And I can add payments. To do that, I click Add Payments. And let's say Leia gave us an initial payment of $500. Once I save that payment, I can see the updated balance. Let's switch over to another property, Yavin. This hotel has more bookings, so let's see what it looks like in our stats page. I click the Stats button, and this page shows a summary of what is happening today. You can see all the guests arranged by different statuses. And you can click on any guest to see if there are any issues that need addressing, like this one. For example, when I scroll down, I see that this guest doesn't want any beds in their room. And you can take care of those issues before the guests become really angry. You can also change this page to a table view if that's how you like to view your data. And you can print the table by pressing Ctrl-P in your browser. Next, let's have a look at our daily sales report. When we click Apply, it will compute the most common metrics for hotels, including occupancy rates, revenues, and average daily rates. Feel free to explore the other stats when you have the time. Let's jump back to our original property. I want to show you the settings page. Here, you can update the name of the property. Let's call this one Hoth Hotel. You can also make changes like updating the time zone and currency. Remember to save your changes. Next, let's go to the Users section. Here you can add new users and designate roles for them depending on what you want them to be able to do in your system. In the Rooms section, you can add more rooms, room types, and room groups. Here, you can update rate plans. This section connects you to the Channel Manager once you're ready. The Channel Manager will automatically synchronize your room with online travel agencies. And that's it. Feel free to let us know what you think by saying hello using our chat function in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And we look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks.